Okay, today I've got some caterpillars and moth specimens to film, and Laowa have sent me some lenses to test. They're a really innovative macro lens which has telephoto range from ×1 to ×5 magnification and then ×5 to ×10 magnification. But apparently they zoom as well, which is incredible. So we're going to try them out today and see how we get on. Look at that, it's amazing.
That's actually a nicer shot than the first one.
Yeah. Because of the magnification, obviously, fingers on the lens, you're going to get wobble. Camera movement, you're going to get wobble. So what I've done to make this work is I've actually put a focus drive on the zoom. So I've got no hands on it. So using this, I can actually change the zoom without touching it, which works really well. And I set the camera on my micro positioner, which I use for my macro work. And with this, I can move the camera around, change shots. So it means that I've got full access movement, but enhanced with this incredible zooming lens. Like I'm tracking and zooming in there. You know, it does make it really, really smooth. And that's my worry when I heard about it. How smooth can you actually make this thing to work with? But using this autofocus zoom, it's as smooth as anything. I'm so impressed. The reality of using lenses like this, you get a moving caterpillar on there and trying to follow focus. Now this is the same challenges you get with any macro lens, obviously. Very small depth of field and a moving animal giving you all sorts of challenges. But what's amazing about these new lenses is the fact that once you're focused, remarkably, you can zoom out and change your shot size. Now when I first heard about these lenses from the guys at Laowa, I thought, well, that's great. You know, it's a variable focus lens which can be used in, you know, to save you moving anything. But what's a real surprise is they're parfocal, which means that you can get your close focus, zoom back, and focus holds. So firstly, that makes the whole process of changing shot size very quickly because you don't have to refocus. But secondly, you can actually have in-vision zooms, which at ×1 to ×5 magnification is remarkable. Don't know how they did that. It's something we've been talking about for years. Wouldn't it be nice if you could zoom at high magnification and keep it all in focus? And they've done it. I'm actually zooming in onto a single leg and a single hair. Now, of course, in isolation, that shot means absolutely nothing. And conventionally, we'd then shoot a wide shot showing the same thing. But to actually be able to pull through, like I'm doing, I'll do it right now because I'm set up for it, but being able to pull right the way through to expose not just the leg but the caterpillar, a remarkable tool to have. And I can't get over the fact that it is so smooth. There's no breathing in the lens. When I first set it up, actually, had a bit of movement. I realised that everything's got to be absolutely precise. I'm using their lens support, which they provide, which is really good, and the actual PL mounting has got to be really, really tightly on, and this has got to be really tight into the zoom control, into the gearing. But once you got all that right, it works really, really well. Really nice. You find with macro lenses that one of the problems is that working distance between your front focus and your subject, and quite often it's very, very small. But what they've somehow done here, and just remembering that the far end of this is ×5 magnification, you've still got about 1 centimetre or 2 centimetres of clearance between the front of the lens and the subject, which with small animals, especially very visual animals with good eyesight, you don't want to be right on top of them. What's the working distance there between the caterpillar and the lens?
About 3 centimetres.
So that's brilliant. Because a lot of macro lenses like this, you're right, literally touching them.
Oh yeah, no, it's good working
That's
distance.
a great working distance. Yeah, this caterpillar is very, very sensitive, and movement does put it off when it's feeding. It's feeding there now, actually. That's rather nice. I'm concentrating, but I'm not, because I'm filming a caterpillar feeding. That's lovely. Zoom out. Look, look. Wow. So I've been conversations I've so often had with my colleagues about using macro lenses, and just the joy or thought of being able to do what I just did then, zooming out. That was like incomprehensible that we'd ever get that. That's amazing. Yeah. Only problem is the fact that as you zoom in, inevitably, because you can push it through glass, you lose exposure. If you start your zoom there, which is about 3/4 of the way in, I think,
Yeah,
it holds quite well.
Yeah.
But
all within grading.
But the last quarter of the zoom, the exposure does drop off quite dramatically. So this ×1 to ×5 has worked really, really well with live animals. You know, it's tricky trying to follow focus with them, but the zoom does give you that option of coming wider and changing shot size nice and quickly. Going on to the second lens, which is the ×5 to ×10, that's a whole different ball game. I think it's going to be quite tricky because follow anything alive with this lens, but I can see real applications for this using static specimens and getting some real fine detail. But something which is really cool, and they've obviously designed this properly as a kit, is all the gearing. I've got it all set in that position, which I just slide out when I want to change the lens. But they've designed the barrel length to be exactly the same, so the gearing is exactly the same position, which means that I can actually swap the lenses over really quickly and get on with the job. At the moment, I'm filming a dragonfly's eye, and I'm using the ×5 to ×10 lens, which is, again, absolutely remarkable. I'm zooming out of the structure of the eye to actually reveal what the eyes are. So this lens obviously is much tighter and presents other challenges. And one thing we're just trying to figure out at the moment is that on our previous subject with the dragonfly, as we zoomed back from the tight shot, we felt like we were losing focus slightly midway through the move, or the focus was moving across the frame. We put them off here now and it doesn't look quite so bad. And I'm not seeing focus drop there, Steve. No?
No, not in the same way.
Yeah, it's like all bits of equipment. You've got to learn how to use them. You've got to learn what the pros and cons are of each lens and how best to film with them, which is what we're doing rapidly here. Having zoom control, hands-free zoom control, is vital. I wouldn't say there's no other way of doing that if you want to include a zoom in your shot. So what's nice is when you're close, you can really see the structure of what the scales are. And as you pull out, you're looking and seeing what how the wing's made up. It's incredible, really is great. The magnification obviously is really good. It's sharp right up to the edges, and the speed of the lens is fantastic. I'm actually finding myself dimming the lights again just because I'm shutting the lens down too much. if you want to try and keep the lens in that nice mid-range of aperture to get the best quality from the glass, these lights are too much. So absolutely incredible. Don't know how they do it. Really can't find anything very negative to say about these lenses. Today's been such an experience working with them. Only thing that I have noticed, and it's not a problem in any way, is that above 6K resolution on the ×1 to ×5, when you zoom through the range, going in tighter, you get some shading on the edges. Now, I'm not surprised. It's doing something which is fairly impossible anyway in my mind. So I don't think that's a problem. But 6K and downwards to 4K, absolutely no problems at all. So I don't personally see that as a negative. I think they're incredible. All the lenses I nowadays use for macro are Laowa. They came on the scene about, I don't know how long ago it was, 10 years ago, with their first probes. And then you kind of knew there was something special about them. I've been filming macro for TV now for 40 odd years, and I think I've got the best tools I've ever had for the job. And they're all Laowa lenses. Wonderful. And this is what's amazing. They take conventional lens and make them better. Then they innovate with things like probes, which is incredible what they've done with the probe technology. And now they do this. You know, it just thinking out the box, being able to zoom in this magnification, it's incredible.